Good evening and welcome to our special report on the escalating conflict between Iran, the United States, and Israel. The war, which began on February 28, 2026, has now entered its second week with heavy airstrikes, missile attacks, and rising regional tensions across the Middle East. Tonight, we bring you the latest developments, military updates, regional reactions, and what could happen next as the situation continues to evolve. Segment 1. How the war started. The conflict began when the United States and Israel launched a massive wave of airstrikes across Iran, targeting military bases, missile systems, and strategic infrastructure. Reports indicate that hundreds of strikes were carried out within the first hours of the operation. Washington described the campaign as a mission to weaken Iran's military capabilities and limit its missile and defense programs. Iran quickly retaliated, launching missiles and drones toward Israel and U.S. military bases across the Middle East within hours. The confrontation expanded beyond a limited strike operation into a broader regional conflict. Since then, the situation has continued to intensify, with both sides exchanging attacks and increasing their military presence across the region. Segment 2. Massive bombing inside Iran. Over the past several days, Iranian cities, including the capital Tehran, have experienced repeated airstrikes. Military analysts say the United States and Israel are targeting command centers, missile launch sites, air defense systems, and military supply depots. Iranian authorities claim some civilian infrastructure has also been affected by the strikes, while international observers say the full scale of damage is still being assessed. Reports suggest that casualties have continued to rise since the start of the war, with both military personnel and civilians among the victims. Observers describe the ongoing bombing campaign as one of the largest coordinated military operations in the region in decades. Segment 3. Iran's retaliation across the Middle East. Iran has responded with a series of retaliatory attacks across the Middle East. Ballistic missiles and drones have been launched toward U.S. bases and allied locations in several Gulf countries, including Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Oman. Many of these attacks targeted American military installations and strategic energy facilities. Air defense systems in several countries have intercepted a number of incoming missiles and drones. But some strikes have caused damage to infrastructure, including ports, military compounds, and oil facilities. The attacks have also disrupted air travel and maritime activity across parts of the Gulf region. Segment 4. Gulf countries under pressure. The conflict is now placing significant pressure on Gulf nations that host U.S. military bases. Several of these countries have found themselves caught between the two sides as they try to maintain regional stability while also supporting international security arrangements. Iran has stated that it does not intend to target neighboring countries unless their territory is used as a base for attacks against Iran. Despite these statements, air defense alerts and military readiness levels remain high across the Gulf region as governments prepare for the possibility of further escalation. There are also growing concerns about the safety of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important global routes for oil shipments. Any disruption to this waterway could have major consequences for the global economy. Segment 5. Naval conflict and maritime incidents. The conflict has also spread into maritime areas. Military activity has increased in nearby seas, including the Persian Gulf and surrounding international waters. In one major incident earlier this week, a U.S. submarine reportedly sank an Iranian naval frigate in the Indian Ocean. The incident marked one of the most significant naval confrontations of the war so far. There have also been reports of attacks on commercial shipping vessels and oil tankers, raising concerns about the safety of global trade routes. Shipping companies are now closely monitoring the situation, and some vessels have begun rerouting to avoid potential conflict zones. Segment 6. Political statements and escalation. Political rhetoric from both sides has become increasingly strong. U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that Iran will face severe consequences if attacks on American forces continue. He has also demanded that Iran agree to strict conditions before any negotiations could begin. Iranian leaders, on the other hand, say they will continue defending the country and will respond to any further attacks with additional strikes against U.S. military assets in the region. So far, neither side has shown signs of backing down, raising concerns among international observers that the conflict could escalate further. Segment 7. Intelligence assessments and future risks. Despite the scale of the military operations, intelligence analysts believe removing Iran's government through military action alone may be extremely difficult. Recent assessments suggest that Iran's leadership structure and security institutions remain intact despite ongoing strikes. Experts say this could mean the conflict continues for weeks or possibly even months, depending on how military and diplomatic developments unfold. The longer the fighting continues, the greater the risk that additional countries could become involved. Segment 8. Global reactions. Around the world, governments and international organizations are calling for urgent diplomatic efforts to reduce tensions. Many leaders warn that continued escalation could threaten global energy markets, international trade routes, and overall regional stability. Oil prices have already shown signs of volatility due to concerns about supply disruptions. Diplomatic channels remain open in some areas, but so far no major ceasefire agreement has been announced. Conclusion. To summarize the latest developments, the war began with large-scale airstrikes on Iran and quickly expanded into a wider regional conflict. Iran has responded with missile and drone attacks, targeting U.S. military bases and allied facilities across the Middle East. Naval clashes and threats to shipping routes have raised concerns about global trade and energy security. Casualties and infrastructure damage continue to increase as the fighting intensifies. And despite growing international pressure for diplomacy, both sides appear determined to continue their military operations. For now, the world is watching closely as the conflict enters what could become one of the most dangerous phases in recent Middle Eastern history. We will continue to monitor developments and bring you the latest updates as they happen. Thank you for watching.